All right. Welcome to Bitcoin Crypto News Online. Hope you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. We had a good Thanksgiving. We took my family down. We helped out at the local mission to help men get rehabilitated. A lot of really nice people up there. Anyway, I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. We have not had our $100,000 Bitcoin that I had hoped for, but this holiday weekend is not over yet, so let's see how it goes. We're definitely on an uptick right now. Let's look at the total market capitalization of cryptocurrency. We're at 3.5 trillion, getting closer to 3.6 trillion. This could be, I think 3.6 would be either at our all-time high for this cycle or would be our all-time high for this cycle. Just so you know, I'm looking at a $4 trillion to $5 trillion market, hopefully before January 20th. Then we would really see the heat of our altcoin season, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Bitcoin is up over the 24-hour 2.2%. Everything is down right this second. I was just looking at it a minute ago and everything was kind of up. So let's look at our top relevant cryptocurrency coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum coming in at number 4. We've got Solana, XRP. We've got Dogecoin, Cardano. Avalanche at number 11. Tron, Toncoin, Stellar doing a phenomenal 75% increase over 7 days. Over 9% just today. I wished I had bought some of that, huh? Shiba Inu at number 16. We got Polkadot, Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, and then Litecoin has slipped down here into spot number 27, and 26 is Uniswap. We got Near, Pepe, Sui at 22, and so on. So those are our top coins for today. Let's take a look at the time chain calendar because we want to know how many Satoshis we can buy. If you don't know what a Satoshi is, Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million pieces. One piece of that Bitcoin would be a Satoshi or a sat, S-A-T, sat. So today for $1 US, you can get 1,028 Satoshis. Fear and greed, we got our cointree.com tracking fear and greed. We're back in extreme greed, not just greed, at 78%. I've got a lot of great charts for you today. Our predictive chart from coincodex.com, we are back up to a higher 5-day prediction of 106,000. The 1 month is at 113, and the 3 month is just at $114,000. Not guaranteed, but it shows us we are in a bullish market with extreme greed, and the 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average and the relative strength index indicate we are in a positive movement, and if we were following the charts perfectly, that is where we would be in 5 days. I want to talk more about Bitcoin, but let's digress just for a second. I have worked with airdrops for the most part. A lot of them are way too much work for me. I don't recommend digging into them unless you have a lot of time on your hands. But I was going to share with you this website, airdrops.one, O-N-E, one is in one. And this tells you the different coins that are expected to have the airdrops. If you want to chase the airdrop phenomenon, good luck with that. I have had mixed results. Holding coins on the Base network. You hold the wrapped token. I think it's Ethereum wrapped on Base from Coinbase. And then you hold that on your Coinbase wallet, not the Coinbase app, but an actual Coinbase wallet where you have the 12-word seed phrase and all of that. You will get airdrops. I've gotten a couple that have paid off, like cat or something and dog something, and I've got like $100 worth of free coins if I sold them at the top of what I've seen them. So that's been okay. Solana has had airdrops through their cell phone. If you buy their cell phone, that is pretty good if you're interested in that. And then the Phantom Wallet has given me a couple airdrops for holding different tokens on there. I think I mostly hold, I want to say Solana on the Phantom wallet. All right. So, how many Satoshis are there for everyone in the world? You might be going, wow, you know, here Bitcoin's going up to $100,000. I'm never going to be able to have one. Well, we could do a whole show on how having a tenth of a Bitcoin could make you rich in just 10 years, right? It's possible. It's not financial advice. We're just talking shop here, talking about the possibilities, looking at articles and charts, trying to determine what you need to do. You do you, I'll do me. But the information, I want to share that with you so you can help make that decision. How many Satoshis are there for everyone in the world? This, the bitcoinmanual.com, TBM, they have this article here that was written in October, but if you scroll down, this is a live chart here that converts how many Satoshis there are per person in the world. And it tells you the world population here is about 8.5. Let's see, we got, these are millions, so billion, 8.5 billion people in the world. And then there's the total supply of Bitcoins. Chop that up or multiply it by 100 million, because Satoshis are 1/100th of a one. You take 100 million pieces and chop that Bitcoin up, and that's one Satoshi. So that's 226,779 Satoshis for every man, woman, and child in the world. So it could be used as a currency. And when everybody gets on board, like there's only a small percentage of the world that has Bitcoin. When more, and we'll talk about why these numbers really are going to go down a lot lower. When you look at, if you subtract what all the institutional investors have taken off the market, you subtract all of that, then it makes this number a lot lower. And that drives up the price of Bitcoin. So one of the things that typically drives the prices up are the inflow outflow. So Bitcoin is people are either buying or selling, right? So these red ones are the outflow. So this is when they're selling. And the green is the inflow. It's very interesting right now that we have a lot of outflow, but if you look at the top in the green, we have a lot of inflow. Now that inflow has been a lot of institutional investors over the last year. So the outflows, who are the ones selling this? Well, we know Grayscale was selling a lot back all the way up until, I'd say like right before we had our big jump here, maybe September, somewhere around there, I'm guessing. So now you can see the price has gone up quite a bit. But look at, even though it's gone up, if you follow that line right there, if you can see that, you can see that a lot of people have still been buying. So it's keeping the price up. All right. So whenever we have a huge difference in one way or the other, like here, you can see clearly this green is a lot higher than this red down here, and you had this spike right here. People are buying. It's not always that clear with this, but look at all the buying, how thick it is in here. You see other thick areas through here where it's pretty thick and dark green. That was where these bumps were in the market. So something to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at altcoin season. It's higher than it has been. This is a record. 65 is nearing the hot spot of altcoin season. If you are investing in altcoins, that is anything that is not Bitcoin, you need to be looking for the time to take the profits. I think we're getting close. I really think we're going to see a dip down, kind of like here. You see, we had this spike up, and then we're going to have a dip down, and then the big one's going to come down the road. I don't know how exactly what time, but I do know that the market capitalization that we look at over here, right up here on top of CoinGecko, we see the total market cap. When this number goes up, that's when we're going to be seeing our top of our altcoin season. So those are just a few little things you want to keep an eye on. In the news, let's see, Cointelegraph here. I was going to look at the titles up here. We already looked at them earlier before. Bitcoin price is going to crash again. Of course, it's going to have its ups and downs. I don't know that I call that, here comes my cat. We call it a crash, a flash crash. It just means the price dropped a pretty big chunk all at once when you're reading the YouTube, you're following us folks on YouTube. That's just something big happened. It wasn't a little 1 or 2% correction. This was probably 6, 9, 10% correction all at once, straight down red candle. We call that a little flash crash. If you're accustomed to Bitcoin, in the stock market, that would be Black Friday, Black Monday, right? That would be devastation. But with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, if you've been in the market for 4 years or longer, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal at all. We don't like it, of course, because we want to see it just go up, but it's not the end of the world. So some of the other articles, why is Bitcoin price up today? Why is Dogecoin price up? There's some price analysis and so on. So there's a lot of good information if you want to go over there. Let's look at why 100K is in sight. Okay, we're not, this roller coaster ride is not over. We're very, very bullish. This is going to continue on into next year. All right. So the article's by William Suberg, again, Cointelegraph, and there's just so much stuff going on with Wall Street opening, with traders very bullish on Bitcoin. We see that we are very close to 100,000 at 97, 98K right now. You've got a cup and handle forming here for the short term. We've got a cup and handle of the market for the long term. This is a 1 hour. This article, by the way, is not old. This was only written 4 hours ago. Okay, 4 hours ago today. So when you look at what the data says, there's data that's collected on Cointelegraph, Markets Pro, and TradingView. You've probably heard of those. There's a lot of charting going on over there. They see the BTC reaching $97,539. That's our top performance. The comeback right now, we've seen 90K and above, and we are on track for 100,000. A commentator for Byzantine General says the levels on exchange furthered the short-term bull case. So what's going on with these traders is going to push the market up. Interest rates are possibly going down again this month. We'll have to see how that works out. But there are some charts, and I've showed them here before, where you have the money supply. The money supply, they call it the M1 money supply, M1 supply, the money supply. There's the global supply, there's the US supply. Well, the global supply is, everybody follows the US. Basically, when we start lowering interest rates, then they can, because their fiat trash follows our fiat trash. So as they throw more money into the system, Bitcoin has to go up, because there's infinite amount of fiat. There's only 19,000 Bitcoin or 21,000 Bitcoin total that have ever been or will ever be minted. Okay, so There's 19 million of them out there right now. Okay, there's only about 1.5 million to 2 million more to be made. So some people who are retail investors, they're the ones that are keeping it from going to 100,000 somewhat because they're taking profits. I just showed you the profit, those red spikes down. That's the retail market. And those sales, they're being gobbled up by Coinbase and other exchanges so that they can sell, they can accumulate all these Bitcoins to sell to the institutional investors. And I'll show you that in a minute too. So Trader Jelly confirmed the six-figure BT price is in sight. Bitcoin is pushing for a breakout, he told his ex-followers on the 29th, uploading a chart showing the price attempt to push through downward sloping trend in place since the most recent all-time highs hit on November 22nd, 99,800 on some exchanges. In fact, I've seen it hit even a little higher than that on Coinbase visually with my eyes. Here it is right here. You can see this little cup and handle forming right here. If that is truly a breakout, then we should see a jump up to well over 100,000. Some people are saying 102 to 103. Some people are saying all the way up to $107,000. Jelly further linked the current price action to the breakout of October 2023, where we pushed through 30,000 and continued to new all-time highs. You can see right here. You match up that chart. This is that little kind of cup and handle forming, and this is what happens when it breaks out. I don't know that we'll go that high overall. You look over here and you see a jump of about 105 right there. It's not that far. It's not that far. Dan Crypto Trades also agreed that Bitcoin is reaching the distance to hit 100K. So yes, superior Bitcoin seen copying gold. Here's another wonderful article about Bitcoin, how much it's accumulated by the new ETFs. This is becoming a huge, huge fund. Some people, Charles Edward, founder of Quantitative Bitcoin and Digital Assets Fund at Caproli Investments, has good news. He says in 16 weeks, gold gained 3.8 billion, Bitcoin from 100K to 200K in just 2 trillion, he calculated. So adding another 2 trillion to, if Bitcoin's total market cap goes up to 200 trillion, that's what he calculates it would be. And here's his charts right here. So it wouldn't be surprising to see a 200K Bitcoin in 4 to 12 weeks from a strong 100K breakout. So if we hit that 100K, boom, things are going to happen. It could move very quickly. So that's all good stuff to look out for. Also, what happened in crypto today? Why did we get this jump? This article here is just a few hours old from Cointelegraph. Says here that Bitcoin's price, the blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, web, all this stuff, regulation. Today in crypto, experts at Slow Mist have identified, this is some bad news here, over 8,620 Solana wallets linked to the DEX hack. So there was this decentralized exchange here that they hacked all the wallets. Spot Ether exchange traded funds have scored a point against their Bitcoin counterparts. Publicly traded Bitcoin mining companies are invested heavily into equipment mining upgrades. So what the author is suggesting here is that this DEX, it's DEXX, this is an actual particular DEX, and they were able to fall victim to security exploit on November 16th, where meme coins that trade there and other things that were trading, it impacted at least 900 unique wallets. I heard that there's several thousand wallets that are at risk. According to Mistrack, most victims lost less than $10,000 amid a private key leak. One individual lost $1 million. Ouch. Total loss from the incident was initially reported at 21 million, but yeah, that is a bummer. Be careful where you put your money. Not all this stuff is safe, guys. So yeah, there's a bunch of wallets leaked right there. ETFs are beating their Bitcoin counterparts amid recent ETH rally. Ether exchange traded funds have seen more money from investors than Bitcoin counterparts since November 22nd. Yeah, ETH is possibly on a projected to hit the 6,000 K here during this bull run. So keep an eye out for that if you are holding ETH and planning on trading. Now, why is Bitcoin doing so great? Even though we got lots of people pulling money out, we got these hacks on Solana, why is cryptocurrency doing so great? Well, our friends here at the ibtimes.com, Marvia Baselian tells us that there's a lot of nations that are investing into Bitcoin as their national reserve. El Salvador and Bhutan, two small nations, are leading the way. Also, we know now Brazil. We know now, is it Venezuela? Bukele, President Bukele, he is buying Bitcoin. It's nationally legalized there. We have, I believe it was Poland is talking about adding Bitcoin, allowing their banking industries to have it. Guys, by the beginning of next year, this is going to bring so much hype when these nations start announcing, when Trump is in office, if they move forward with actually getting this Bitcoin or just talking about it. You know, people, the news of this stuff, when it starts to sink in that we really are going to be backing Bitcoin and investing in Bitcoin, this is going to change things. El Salvador has 6,000 Bitcoin. They've been daily purchasing since late 2022. Bhutan, they have over 12,000 Bitcoin. They have their own mining operations and mining pool. El Salvador's Bitcoin adoption is deep conviction by the leaders. We believe national Bitcoin strategies will be adopted as bigger countries join El Salvador and Bhutan, and that is going to happen. Once the U.S. joins, everybody's going to join. I heard something about Europe. Someone in Europe, in the EU, looking at getting Bitcoin on board with their national financial plan in one way or another. So this is going to change things, guys. The good times, it looks like to me, not investment advice, but the good times are yet to come. What we're seeing now is looking like it could just be the beginning, at least for Bitcoin and possibly Ethereum and some of the other top coins, as they look at making ETFs for Solana. Other coins that are possibly on the list could be like Avalanche, Sui, Cosmo, maybe. You know, all these layer 1 coins are very, very promising. So let me just turn that off for a second. All right, one or two last articles. I want to ask you to like and subscribe, please. Really appreciate the subscribers. We're trying to get our numbers up. I've been on YouTube for 7 years almost, and back in the early days we were demonetized, and a lot of crypto YouTubers, we were accused of selling securities, which I never did, but because of that I had to take down a lot of material. A lot of my material was taken down. Some of my material was taken down. So really put a damper in my motivation to do crypto content. But I have decided to ramp it back up and make every attempt to give you Monday through Friday news, whether I'm on the road, which you can tell when I'm on the road because the screen's kind of bumpy and, you know, it's a little clunky. But I'm hoping that with this crypto boom that I'll be able to invest in some better equipment and give you even better, but it's quick typically. This is a little bit longer today. It's quick, to the point, get you the information you need to know about Bitcoin and crypto overall, real quick and brief. So I hope you can support us. I really appreciate it. Let's look at the Bitcoinist.com. We have 9 major companies that adopted strategic Bitcoin reserves this month. This was within 24 hours. This article came out 21 hours ago. So, of course, we've got Donald Trump's administration is Bitcoin friendly. It is crypto friendly. We will have a national strategic reserve. Rumble, which is a competitor to video streaming formats such as YouTube and others. Rumble's chairman says they are going to invest $20 million into their treasury, one of many companies. Who else? The LQR House specialized e-commerce platform revealed strategic pivot toward cryptocurrency, planning to purchase $1 billion in part of its new strategy. Japanese firm Remix Point, which operates energy and automotive sectors, announced its plan to acquire 50 million yen, which is about 3.27 million, to expand the company's total crypto holdings to around 3.5 billion yen, which is almost $23 million. For artificial intelligence, the Genesis Group, they're ramping up their Bitcoin investments by adding 4 million to a total of 153 coins valued at 14 million. Bitcoin first strategy. Right now, it's a race to the top. After the first of the year, because companies have their meetings and they start their new plans at the beginning of the year, all the way up through April. Some companies may not be coming on board, but between January and April, you are going to see so many companies. I have a company. My treasury is investing not at this level, obviously, but $20 here, $100 there. It makes a big difference after 4 years. Not investing advice, but it's worked right for me. Hoth Therapeuticals and Acurx Pharmaceuticals have approved purchases up to $1 million in BTC, which is the ticker for Bitcoin. So you got the healthcare industry in there. You've got Trump Z Media Corp. They are going to be putting all kinds of Bitcoin, approved $1 million investment already. Robert Steele noted Bitcoin's increasing demand and recognized it as a leading asset class, calling it a strong addition to their treasury. And due to its finite supply, there's only so many, and inflation-resistant characteristics. Lastly, a Canadian company, so this isn't just going to happen in the U.S., this is happening around the world. The Jiva Technologies announced plans to integrate Bitcoin into its treasury strategy, investing up to $1 million. So these are just the ones that are coming out. Trust me, there is 100 times more companies than this that are talking about it behind the scenes. Microsoft is one of them. Don't know why I had this out for you. BitcoinTreasuries.com says Bitcoin holdings in publicly traded and private companies, ETF countries. So it looks like this is kind of just getting started, but this is their estimates of the ETFs, the value, $122 billion here in ETFs. Countries, we have $51 billion. Public companies, $49 billion. Private companies, $35 billion. Mining companies, we got million, billion, almost 7 billion. And then DeFi, we have $15 billion in DeFi. So this is all of the money that's tied up in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Things are just getting warmed up. It is going to get a lot bigger. So with that, guys, I am out of here. Have a great rest of your Thanksgiving holiday, and I will talk to you hopefully on Monday. We are out of here.